The catalyst of the comeback was the goalie. Mike Adler started, benched in the second quarter. Turner Upgren came in, and he was fantastic. And Matt, it's Upgren who gets the start again today.
You have to ride the hot hand. Upgren was the key difference maker in that game for when Duke started playing Duke Lacrosse.
Boudreau now the senior from Canada. Here is Jimmy Perkins, 51. Over to Keeley. Perkins feeding the crease to Boudreau. And Robert Morris, Bobby Moe with the opening salvo.
Robert Morris starts in a circle set here, offense, an empty crease. They then cut forward. And right there you can see Boudreau from Perkins. Just simple, get to the crease, be patient. Couple stick fakes back of the net. Picture perfect man-up offense there.
His man hung up, Upgren out of the cage. Perkins, Vipers around. Now picked up by JT Giles Harris, best defender in the country. Keeley feeding inside. Corson Keeley to Ryan Smith, then Robert Morris.
And again, offensively, this team is incredibly skilled. This is perfect offense. Drive down the side, throw the ball through X, the perfectly timed cut, the patient finish. If you're a high school coach or a college coach, you clip that.
Smith back to Boudreau against the shorty Jake Caputo. Boudreau has it stick checked away. It's picked up, and another goal by Robert Morris. Austin Popovich, he's their top.
Robert Morris getting goals in all types of fashion. Man-up goal. Great team offense going right there. The awareness inside by Popovich. The tough ground ball. And the finish. And right now you can notice
Popovich was in the middle of a breakout season last year before things ended. Another chance, another goal. Robert Morris taking it to the ¡1 team in the country right now.
The pinch and pop. The push and that, the great pass there. What's unique in that?
Off for Duke. He and Delamanche battling, and Naso wins this one. Naso, a freshman, plays it to Terry Lindsay, and the short stick D. Mitty gets Duke on the board.
Oh, we mentioned they'd been struggling at the face-off. Naso, the freshman, wins it. Very patient. He draws the defenseman to him and then makes the pass to Terry Lindsay. Games in a weekend will wear on you. We saw that today with Denver.
Ryan Smith, his second, unassisted. It's 5-1. It's been the depth. So many different pieces. They should be able to be ready for these kind of games. 2 games in 3 days.
More than most teams, but you know, give credit to Robert Morris today. I mean, they have been scrappy on ground balls. They have been efficient on offense. They're doing it all. They're having assists.
With 18 with the extra man. Sowers operates from X. Checked by Chasen, feeds in front. What a pass and what a finish. And those two have a little synergy.
Not your typical man-up goal. Sowers holding on to the ball. But look at this feed. I mean, picture perfect pass. Now again, that's good defense from Robert Morris. The skill level to jam it inside to Robinson there from Sowers.
And it comes to Duke. Frizzoli galloping into the box. Plays it back. Bounce shot and a score. Jake Caputo.
Adler playing the role of spoiler. The pass intercepted there. Robert Morris deflects his best, but look at that acrobatic save. And then again, Duke on the transition here. Caputo, a two-way type midfielder, patient, drops his hand to the far corner. You know, comfortable. And there's a turnover here, I'm not sure why, but if I'm Robert Morris, maybe a little more patient offensively.
And a long pole goal by Tyler Carpenter.
And Carpenter here pushing in transition. Robert Morris slow to go. Duke getting goals, to your point, in in non-typical 6-on-6 fashion, or 2 years ago had a gripe for not making the tournament. You know, without the Ivy Leagues, they're in. So it'll be a nice experience for some of these programs that are just used to the I have to win my tournament to get in situation.
Big ground ball. Duke, the scrapper, Dice.
Sticks his nose into the dirt. Picks up the ground ball. Right here, you're going to see him come in. Breaking the right way, get the ground ball. At some point, here it is, and then the nice backhanded finish. Duke has not been able to score 6-on-6.
Extra man goal. The Princeton transfer. The other one. Nakai Montgomery. Badur cans it. 5 straight.
That. The skip pass down to Sowers, then in and out of his stick to Badur. Look at that. I mean, that is the definition of tic-tac-toe. It all starts with Montgomery with the skip.
First true goal off his stick. Kicked one in against Denver. Dyson Williams. You mentioned that's the Sunfield. I don't know if Savic saw that.
They get Caputo again coming on the high wing. Just simple, no reason for Williams to be that wide open. Caputo had not forced the issue, and he shouldn't have drawn that much attention. Right there, Williams, the nice catch. He changes planes high to low.
Now, bit players on this team. Joey Manown. 85th career goal.
Duke starting to roll. Manown here. Attacks the backside, left hand. The extra step to the far post is key. Just picture perfect release on that play. But talking about, Manown, someone who's been a starter.
Owen Caputo. Back up top, Cameron Badur. His second. Depth of scores in the opener, 7 today.
And Caputo, the nice initiation, and the Badur gets his second of the cage. Picture perfect form, high to low.
Extra man for Robert Morris. They have not scored since the first quarter. Ryan Smith's got 2 of the 5. Here's Boudreau. Good look. Adler there on the rebound. It's Keeley. Now, nothing Adler could do about that one. He is stepped.
I mean, right here, Robert Morris. Adler with that save. Robert Morris needs more of those breaks and quick hands inside to keep.
From Hobart to Maryland.
You take your chances on the interior rather than the 15-yard step down.
And that time it's Ryan Smith right on the crease. And Robert Morris,
one of the top indoor prospects in the game. The catch, the composure, bearing it to the far post. Look, I mean, this is his hand, sticks all over his hands. He's forced the issue. Even the best recruits in the country, one of the best players that we've ever seen in the high school game, are going to have some growing pains in the college game. Is Duke right there. Does a nice job on the offense. Again, that second midfield.
Decided to make the extra pass.
Right there, it's that vision that we love about his game. We know his athletic prowess, his stick skills, but it's his understanding of the game. And right there, he knows, the Walshes, the Caputos, that has been their strength. And again, if they get those pieces and Sowers and O'Neal tend to get that rhythm, watch out. But Robert Morris not going away.
Goals last year, one of 3 Canadians in the starting 6 on offense. Individual
right
effort.
There. And Boudreau, the key here, right? We're going to see Caputo forces him to his right hand, knowing he's a lefty, but then Boudreau does a nice job shift.
Your question, yes.
I think that's a way of you avoiding answering the question, Anish.
I gave you the answer.
Oh, what a shot there. Oh, big timing. Again, the unknowns right here. I mean, this is that's a Division I midi dodge, shooting on the run. To me, I always kind of talk to people. You can be a great, you can be an open. Towers is going to be trouble here now. They've got Robert Morris rotating.
And like clockwork, Sean Lowry
And Duke doing it. This man was having to play two. And right here they notice, you can see they shove up the field. Lowry just gets his hands open. Robert Morris making that a little too easy for Duke. Helmich out of generating a ton. We need to score in transition. But possession's so critical. So, you know, which one do you kind of prioritize over the other?
Montgomery off the rocker step. Nakai Montgomery.
And that's the problem right there. Robert Morris, they have that turnover. They're exhausted on defense. That's why it looks so easy for Montgomery. He was fresh. Robert Morris tired on the defensive end, but just look at this subtle stutter step right there in the explosion. And then he switches to his strong right hand. Goes upstairs. Savic has been phenomenal. What kind of player is he? Is he a first-team All-American, a second-team All-American? Is he an All-American at all? And that'll be a big difference for them.
It would not surprise me to see him back on the first midfield before this season is over. Brennan O'Neill to Dyson Williams.
I don't think you leave your best athlete on the second midfield, right? For him, especially when he's skilled. Maybe let him play more D-midi. Get him out on the field a lot. You know, I played with a player, Billy Gladding, who was our best D-midi, but also played on the second midfield. And right there, he gets his second in a row. This one with his left hand, but it's get him on the field, get him in transition, get him using his speed. Become a second-team All-American as a D-midi, second midfielder, because he has that type of ability. And right there, just hammers it left-handed. Gets too about him. But so far this season, he looks more comfortable in that offense than I would say Sowers looks for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, he's getting the Dr. Dre circa turn-of-the-century treatment.
That's a sloppy pass there for the Blue Devils. And again, look, Sowers has 3 assists on the game, right? He's got 3 points. And so, but when you put it in context of how good he is, all-time great.
Holden makes it 14-10.
To the far post. Another nice awareness goal in transition. Duke slow to slide up the field. Kenny Brower, who's been phenomenal for the Blue Devils, a little late, doesn't get his stick. Credit Duke, though, you know, doing a really good job on those slow breaks, identifying, hey, that's a long stick coming, we're going to be slow to go, and timing it perfectly. And the closer that long stick gets to the attackman, the tougher that pass gets. As
Nakai Montgomery has figured out he can do what he wants right now. The hat trick, all 3 in this fourth quarter.
And that's the part that's like confusing about him to me, is how easy does that look? I mean, how easy? I mean, he's effortlessly getting his hands free and separating. Like, he could do that at a much more consistent rate. I feel like sometimes maybe he's disinterested.
Now, you saw the Relaxing with Peacock feature. Great kid, great kid.
Well, you think about that piece, what to me, which was so interesting, is his love for Coach Danowski, right? Like, oftentimes when this Duke's pressuring here, you know, oftentimes if you're that talented and you had this like amazing run and you're not playing as much, like, you're frustrated with the coach. You don't talk to him about this like father figure. You're upset with it. And so, like, obviously he understands what Coach Danowski's doing and motivating him here. Again, just another goal there. O'Neal gets his second assist for the Blue Devils. Pulling away here, it's kind of maybe a Robert Morris feeling this one getting away from him. They're falling behind here.
Skip pass. Bounce shot and a score. Corson Keeley.
That looked similar to some of their goals early on, where they created some slides, did a couple skip passes, crisp passing.
Robert Morris plays all but 2 of its games on the road. They're an independent, so hard to get a schedule together. They're going to be a tough out. Veteran team, they got some pieces. Keeley with another one. There's a flag down. 6.4 seconds to go. And in a year where
classes, if not the best recruiting classes, so it's just absolutely loaded.
Duke does it again with a comeback. Down 5-1. They rattled off 8 straight, never looked back. The Blue Devils Improved to 2-0. But, Matt, we've learned, hey, Virginia's going to be really good this year. North Carolina dropped 24 early today.